Okay, let's talk about something important here about Donald Trump uh, doing his airstrike against Soleimani. Okay, this is the scenario that I want people to think about. Is that just imagine if Hillary Clinton, in the same exact scenario, was she became president in 2016. She ordered this airstrike against Soleimani on the same exact day, same exact circumstances. Okay, you know that the media would be totally flipping the script here. Okay, you know, the conservatives instead of now conservative Republican Fox News, they would be slamming Hillary for doing this. They would be saying, "Look at she's trying to start World War III. She's a warmonger. It's just like Benghazi all over again, right?" And vice versa. The the uh, the Democrats would be saying, "Oh, look at this bold and brave action that our first woman president undertook to prevent a war and to stop terrorism." That's what it would be. That would be the narrative. It would be a complete opposite because, it's Team Democrat versus Team Republican. You know, it doesn't matter what the circumstances. They're going to support their leader. Okay, their team, whatever it is. So it's just nonsense. And anybody that tells you otherwise, anybody that thinks like, oh, like let's say if Hillary was president, and for the last 3 years, Fox News is slamming her on everything. They're saying, oh, she's horrible, she's horrible, horrible. Okay, and to think that conservative media is going to come out and say, we hate everything about Hillary Clinton and everything she's done, except for this one thing. She did the right move here against, putting an airstrike against an Iranian general, and we support her for that. And the Democrats would be supporting Hillary the whole time, but said, "Yo, we disagree with this." No, that would never happen. Anybody who believes that they would make an exception like this is delusional. That would never happen. Everybody knows that, okay? If it was Hillary Clinton, Fox News, and the conservatives would be slamming it, saying the same thing. Now, I personally, as an independent, I'm looking at both sides of this. I'm like, it's ridiculous. I personally disagree. I thought it was a bad move. It's just you're fanning the flames of war. It's just more nonsense, more war for profit, war for oil. You're trying to push the whole Zionist agenda against the whole war, military industrial complex, bunch of blah blah blah. Iraq war was a big lie. No weapons of mass destruction. We all know about Afghanistan. They come out, these papers that come out and say they didn't know what they were doing for the past 18 years. It was just a big mess, big lie. Okay, so now they're going to push war with Iran. Okay. As an independent, I'm looking here, like, no matter what, like, I thought this airstrike on a general was a bad move, period. Doesn't matter if it was Trump, if it was Hillary, if it was Bernie Sanders, if it was my favorite candidate, Tulsi Gabbard, who perpetrated this airstrike, I would be critical of it across the board because it's just a bad move. It's just stupid. It's obviously just to help Israel, the whole, just to help the whole profiteers of making money. It's not protecting us. You think this Iranian general? Oh, they say he was planning to attack America. Okay, well, where's the proof of this? Where's the evidence? How is he going to attack us? Like, all of a sudden, this guy is he's the next Osama bin Laden. All of a sudden, this guy, we never, hardly anybody's ever even heard of this guy. All of a sudden, overnight, he's enemy number one, and he was an imminent threat to us. All of a sudden. Okay, well, if he was so bad, how come we never heard of him for the past, 10 years? How come media wasn't talking about him all of a sudden? Now it's like, so it's just, we have to look at this as just, we got to get past this bipartisan politics where it's either Team Democrat or liberals versus Republican conservatives, and no matter, it's just a divide and conquer. We have to get beyond this duality, beyond this nonsense, thinking that, oh, like I said, anybody that tells you anything different, think, oh, well, if Hillary did that, Fox News would still be saying the same thing. they'd be defending Hillary's decision. No way. No, anybody that says that is delusional. Like I said, they're going to support in the media and their supporters. People are just going to support their team. Politics shouldn't be like this. Politics shouldn't be, a team sport where, we're watching Democrats and Republicans fighting amongst each other, get nothing done in Congress, and anybody that's an independent like myself, in which many voters are stuck in the middle, we're just watching these extremists fight out over nonsense and get nothing done. Get nothing done. And whatever, and this goes with basically any policy or anything that's ever done by a president or a party. It's always the same thing. It's always one side's holier than thou, and the other side's complete evil. One's morally superior, one's morally inferior. One's right, one's wrong. It's always black or white. It's never, have any kind of moderation, any kind of anything that's in the middle, like reasonable. Like we have, it wasn't, who was it? Aristotle says, many great philosophers in our time say, extremism on any end, left or right, up or down, it is wrong. It's just you gotta look towards, Buddha even said that any kind of, extremism is always going to lead to, fanaticism. It's going to lead to illogical conclusions. You have to, weigh both sides and look at things reasonably. But it's never done. It's never done in Washington, so they're so caught up with defending their team, defending their messenger, whoever it is, and both sides are guilty. The Republicans and the Democrats are equally guilty, like I said, Obama, he did drone strikes left and right. Democrats never said anything about that for the past couple of years. Never had any qualms about Obama drone striking left and right. No, nothing. All crickets. All of a sudden, Trump's doing it. Oh, it's the worst thing in World War III. But both parties are guilty. We have to, if anybody has any common sense, we have to get past these labels of being right wing or left wing. We have to just think outside the box here. Like, think as an independent. Most people, like me personally, I would consider myself more probably, I waver on a lot of things. Like some things I believe conservative. I have some, as an independent, some conservative beliefs I have, and then I have some liberal beliefs. Like I don't have to agree with one side or the other completely. It's just, I believe that we should have, many things. Like, I believe we should have, immigration control. We should have tight borders. We shouldn't have open borders. Okay, we have to have immigration control, but have some common sense. We don't have to have cages. We don't have to be putting people in cages and criminalizing everybody. Making the world a horrible place. It's just it's something reasonable. That's it. Climate change. Okay, do I believe climate change is a hoax? No, I think there's some validity to it. But do I think on the other extreme that the world's gonna end in 10 years? No. Okay, somewhere in between. Okay, we have to look at, obviously the oceans are polluted. There's problems with the environment. Look at the wildfires going on, the bigger storms. So obviously there's something to it. Whatever the issue may be, whatever the issue, healthcare. We need to probably should. Our healthcare system is a mess. Big pharma. We need to do something about it. Like we have to figure something out. Like obviously these corporations, America is a corporation. You got these corporations like Amazon, ExxonMobil. They're making billions of dollars. They don't even pay tax. It's a middle working class that always gets screwed. Always. Now if we go into war with Iran, who's going to be paying for it? Do you think Jeff Bezos of Amazon is going to be paying for that shit? Trump is going to be coming out of Trump's pocket? No. It's going to be coming out of people working middle class, the taxpayer is going to have to pay for that shit. All those tax dollars are going to go shipped overseas to go build more bombs so that these big oil companies and Raytheon, all these other, Halliburton, they're gonna do great. The economy's gonna be great for them, but it ain't gonna change with us. I ain't gonna. I'm not making any more money than I was 10 years ago. It's the same wages. It doesn't change. Yeah, I could work 80 hours a week and get richer, but I want to have a life too. Okay, I don't want to have to work two full-time jobs, to get by and to make a lunch money. I want to be able to live life. I want to be able to have a job, work a full-time job, and be able to live a comfortable life, pay for my bill, have money to go on vacation, have some benefits. That's all I want. A happy life. I don't need a million handouts. I don't expect that, but I want to pay. I don't. I mean, we're the wealthiest nation in the world. We should be able to take care of all kinds of problems. We have more than enough money to go around to help people out. People on opioid addiction, homeless people, child care. There's more than enough money that if we're not wasting it on these stupid wars, there's more than enough money to go around. Just people chill out, like, oh my God, it's socialism. No, it ain't socialism. It's just some common sense fairness. And that's all I have to say. Just think, anybody that's on whether you're right wing or left wing, just imagine if Hillary Clinton did these attacks, how the narrative from the media would be complete reversal, a complete spin on it, complete reversal. There would be, Democrats would be saying, "Oh, it was the greatest thing in the world," and Republicans be calling Hillary a warmonger and that she's starting to start World War III. That would be exact narrative. Everybody knows it, and anybody that tells you anything different is full of shit and delusional. Because that would be the exact thing. And that just shows you what a circus our media is on both sides. On Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, it's all garbage. We have to look, if any gonna change, positive change in America, it's gonna come through independent thinkers, independent media, not the mainstream garbage we've been, we've seen for decades. So thank you, and thank you for letting me speak my mind, and have a happy new year.